We've all been there, right? It's like 2 in the morning. You've got this folder just staring at you, packed with 24 research papers. On the screen, a blank document is practically mocking you, and that literature review deadline, well, it's getting closer. You're not just tired, you're buried, absolutely overwhelmed by the mountain of information you're supposed to somehow make sense of. Yeah, that feeling of drowning in deadlines, in data, in dissertation drafts, it is so real. The pressure is just immense, isn't it? You have to read everything, you have to understand everything, and then you have to come up with something original and coherent. It feels like this constant uphill battle. But what if you had a partner in all this? Now, I'm not talking about something to write the paper for you. I'm talking about a tool that's actually designed to help you think, to help you organize, and to really get your head around your material on a much deeper level. Well, that's exactly what we're going to dive into today. How you can use tools powered by Google Gemini as your own powerful academic partner. So let's just state the obvious. The problem in academia isn't that there's a lack of information. It's the complete opposite. We have too much of it. The real work, the hard part, is finding the important stuff in all that noise. Connecting the dots between different ideas and building a solid argument. And that's where all the time and, honestly, most of the stress comes from. Okay, I want this next number to really sink in. Educators who are using these new AI tools are saying that some academic tasks, the ones that used to just eat your entire weekend, are now getting done in about 20 minutes. Just think about that. That's not just a small improvement, that's a complete game changer for how we can approach academic work. And we have to be super clear about something. This is not about finding shortcuts or cheating the system. Not at all. It's about working smarter. It's about letting the machine handle the tedious, boring stuff so that you can free up your brain power for what really matters. The critical thinking, the deep analysis, and putting all the pieces together. All right, so let's get practical. How does this all actually work in the real world? Well, it all starts with your new AI research assistant. So meet NotebookLM. Think of it as your own private, totally secure research bubble. You take all your course materials, your PDFs, lecture notes, articles, whatever you've got, and you upload them. Here's the key. It becomes an expert only on the stuff you gave it. It doesn't go searching the random wild west of the internet. It's grounded exclusively in your sources, which makes everything it gives you incredibly focused and relevant to your work. And the workflow? It's beautifully simple. Step 1. You just upload all your sources for a project into a new notebook. Step 2. You start asking it questions just like you talk to a person. You could ask something like, hey, what are the main arguments against this theory across these 10 papers? And then step 3, it instantly gives you summaries, it pulls out key quotes, and it gives you answers, telling you exactly which document it got the information from. And this is where it feels like actual magic. Imagine you've uploaded, say, 15 really dense academic papers. You can just ask it, create a table that summarizes the methodology, the key findings, and the limitations for each of these papers. And then poof, it generates a perfectly clean, structured table just like this. A task that, let's be honest, would have taken days to do by hand. But it goes way beyond just text. NotebookLM can actually transform your boring static documents into active learning tools. You can tell it to turn a dense textbook chapter into a podcast-style summary you can listen to, or ask it to create a mind map that visually connects ideas from 3 different papers. You see, it's not just about organizing information anymore. It's about completely changing how you engage with it. Okay, so that's research management. But beyond that, these tools can become this incredible one-on-one study partner. And this right here is the real game changer. See, most AIs, you ask them a question, they just dump a huge block of text on you, the answer. But guided learning in Gemini, it acts like a real tutor. It uses the Socratic method. So instead of just giving you the solution, it'll ask you questions like, okay, so what do you think the first step is here? It actually guides you through the thinking process, so you build a real understanding, not just copy and answer.
The whole experience is just different. It's responsive. It's adaptive. If you're struggling with a concept, it'll break it down even more for you. If you're getting it, it'll help you move on to the next step. It's basically a personalized tutor that's there for you 24/7. And you can use this to actively create your own study materials. You can upload your lecture notes and bam, instantly generate a whole deck of flashcards on the key terms. Or you can ask it to create a quiz for you based on a specific chapter to see what you really know. And we know from learning science that this kind of active creation is way more effective for remembering things than just passively rereading your notes. Now, this all sounds incredible, and it is, but we have to talk about using these tools the right way. Because this is a seriously powerful assistant, but it's not perfect, and your academic integrity always comes first. So there are basically 4 golden rules here. Rule number 1, always verify. The AI can get things wrong or misunderstand context, so you have to go back to your original documents and double-check the facts. Rule 2, never, ever just copy and paste. Use what the AI gives you as an outline, as a starting point, but the final writing has to be yours, in your voice. Third, know your school's policy on AI. Every university is different. And finally, use the official education accounts. They come with really important privacy protections, which means your research data stays your own.
So if you take away just one thing, let it be this. The true power of a tool like Gemini in your studies is as a thinking partner. Use it to brainstorm ideas, to summarize huge amounts of text, and to synthesize different sources. But never, ever use it as a replacement for your own critical thought. The analysis, the insight, that has to come from you. So I want you to think for a second. What's the one part of your academic work right now that's the most time-consuming or the most frustrating? Is it just organizing all your research? Is it trying to understand those super dense readings? Or is it prepping for exams? Now that you know this framework exists, how could it completely change that one specific challenge for you?
If you found this guide to working smarter, not just harder, helpful, you might consider subscribing. We'll be sharing more guides just like this, all designed to help you on your academic journey. Thanks so much for your time.